Plato on the immortality of the soul. In his earliest dialogue titled Apology, Plato muses on what happens after death. He opines that it will either be a dreamless sleep from which there is no awakening, or the soul will migrate to another place where one can meet with the great men of the past, such as Orpheus, Hesiod, and Homer. It is important to note that for Plato, death is not to be feared. In the Phaedo, Plato imagines Socrates speaking to his friends on the last day of his life and explaining what happens at death. It is believed that the soul separates from the body that has prevented it from acquiring true knowledge due to the body's constant interruptions and distractions from man's quest for truth. Once the soul is freed from the body, Plato believes that it can gain direct knowledge of all that is pure and uncontaminated, that is, the truth. Thus, like a man who chooses to follow a wife or children whom he loves into the next world in the hope of seeing them there, the true philosopher will gladly make the journey into the next world to discover truth. Plato's take on the immortality of the soul can also be gleaned from his famous work titled The Republic, which ends with a vision of life after death, the so-called myth of According to the myth, was apparently killed in battle, but 10 days later, while he was on the funeral pyre, he revived and told an amazing tale. His soul had left his body and gone on a long journey. It had seen the righteous separated from the unrighteous, who were condemned to punishment. The souls of the righteous then drew lots for the lives that they would live in their next life, and having made their choices, they traversed the desert plain of Amnesia, and camped in the evening on the banks of Lethe, the stream of forgetfulness. All were required to drink its water, and those who were imprudent drank too much and forgot everything. However, was not allowed to drink, and his soul rejoined his body still remembering what it had seen. And in the Phaedo, Plato shows the soul anxious to leave behind the encumbering body to attain the truth, and the myth of tells how it must transmigrate from one life to another before it can attain the truth. Taken together, the above short narratives present a picture of the immortal soul seeking to escape from the world of appearances, represented by the body, and reach the realm of real goodness and truth. Indeed, for Plato, the soul is immortal.